A grand Renaissance-style forest at dawn, bathed in golden light, symbolizes the beginning of self-awareness. Esther Perel stands at the center, dressed in flowing medieval robes with intricate embroidery that blends into the roots of an ancient tree behind her. Her hands are gently touching her chest, representing the first acknowledgement of the self. Around her, abstract shapes resembling shifting clouds and blurred silhouettes of past identities swirl in muted tones, symbolizing confusion before clarity. The composition reflects a sacred moment of inner awakening, with light piercing through dark, tangled branches as a metaphor for breakthrough. In a dark, candle-lit medieval hall, Esther stands before a tall, ornate mirror with a distressed frame made of twisting vines and thorns. Her reflection is fragmented into shards, each showing a different abstract expressionist emotion: fear, hope, sadness, and strength. Behind her, Renaissance-style tapestries depict symbolic animals: a lion, a deer, and a phoenix representing inner qualities yet to be claimed. The floor is scattered with fallen leaves, evoking cycles of life and change. The composition captures the vulnerability of truly looking inward and confronting one's layers. A barren desert landscape, inspired by Renaissance nature studies, stretches endlessly under a turbulent sky. Esther, in weathered medieval armor softened by flowing cloth, raises a symbolic sword not to attack, but to cut the invisible ropes tethering her to crumbling stone pillars behind her. These pillars, painted in abstract expressionist strokes, dissolve into dust as they represent limiting beliefs and past patterns. Her posture is firm but sorrowful, illustrating the pain and liberation of letting go. Around her, small wildflowers begin to grow, hinting at renewal. In a lush forest clearing, painted with rich Renaissance botanical details, Esther kneels with reverence in the soil, planting a single glowing seed. She is robed in earthy tones that blend with the land, her face illuminated by the seed's golden light. Around her, ghostly medieval figures symbolizing the voices of society and doubt fade into the misty background, powerless now. Above, the sky opens into vibrant, abstract, expressionist streaks of color, representing infinite possibility. The scene encapsulates the sacred act of choosing growth. A narrow, uneven medieval stone path winds up a steep mountainside, flanked by jagged cliffs. Esther, dressed in humble traveler's attire with a tattered cloak, climbs slowly with one hand touching the rocky wall for balance. Abstract shadows loom behind her, expressions of fear and doubt given form. But the path ahead glows with renaissance, like sunlight piercing the clouds. Small symbolic details like a broken chain and a discarded mask lie along the path, representing what she has shed. This painting captures the vulnerability and courage of moving forward despite discomfort. In a timeless Renaissance garden, Esther sits cross-legged under a massive oak tree whose branches twist like cathedral arches. She is surrounded by intricate medieval hourglasses, some upright, some shattered, symbolizing time's passing and her surrender to its rhythm. Ethereal abstract streaks of gold and blue wrap around her like threads, weaving a cocoon of transformation. Her gaze is calm, her hands open in acceptance, illustrating the truth that real change cannot be rushed. Birds in mid-flight above hint at what's to come. A mystical medieval library with towering bookshelves forms the backdrop. Esther stands at a round table covered with symbolic artifacts, cracked masks, glowing spheres, and scrolls of forgotten stories. The walls are painted in an abstract expressionist style, bleeding colors that symbolize emotions colliding and merging. Her face shows deep contemplation as she holds a translucent orb, filled with faintly visible inner selves, child, mentor, lover, warrior, each rendered in faint Renaissance portrait style. This scene represents embracing all parts of oneself. A stormy seascape fills the canvas, painted with sweeping abstract expressionist strokes. Esther stands at the bow of a small medieval wooden ship, hair and cloak blown by fierce winds. Her arms are outstretched as if claiming her place in the world, even as towering waves crash behind her. A luminous horizon breaks ahead, golden and serene in the style of Renaissance celestial paintings. Birds symbolizing freedom trace arcs above her. This is the visual embodiment of rising despite fear and uncertainty. A wide medieval courtyard framed by Gothic arches shows a gathering of faceless figures, each blurred and abstract, representing relationships and the external world. Esther stands in the center on an elevated platform, holding a simple lantern whose warm Renaissance glow illuminates the crowd. Her posture radiates quiet strength. She does not demand attention, yet everyone is drawn to her light. The scene reflects how inner growth naturally influences and inspires others without force. A vast Renaissance landscape of fertile valleys and majestic mountains stretches behind Esther, now clothed in flowing robes that shimmer like they're woven from threads of sunlight and shadow. She stands tall at the edge of a cliff, holding nothing but her open hands to the wind. Around her, the natural world blooms vibrantly. Rivers flow, trees sway, and the sky bursts with abstract auroras of color. The painting captures a profound sense of alignment and authenticity. She is no longer chasing external approval, but fully rooted in who she is.